will upload immediately or a little bit late. It's overnight. Guys, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Yes, sir.
See, it is secondary storage devices. I given an introduction last class. I told about these things. So very important device is hard disk, right? You have your internal hard disk. What is the purpose of this internal hard disk? Will store operating system, your applications. Like I have a Windows 10. Where is my operating system store? In my C drive only, right? My C drive only, my operating system is there. Okay. So, and I am using applications like a web browser, Microsoft Team, MS Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, everything is I'm storing in a my system only, my hard disk only. And I have a files, different type of documents are there, videos are there, music files are there. These are all data I'm storing in the my hard disk only. It's a internal hard disk. Of course, recently these hard disks are replaced with SSDs. Hard disk is replaced with SSDs. Okay. So other than these two things, different type of other storage devices also there. Like pendrives, external hard disk through store data externally. Okay, Amarendra also came. Okay, so these are internal storage purposes. Of course, external hard disk for external storage. What is the use of external hard disk, guys? See, remember, understand. Nowadays, to store data, that is, they are giving SSDs, or even it is a hard disk or SSD. In the laptops, we are using very less space inside. 256, 512, like this. You have a more data. For example, you downloaded a movies. Movies are there. Some big applications are there. OS image files are there. Okay, means ISO image files. Okay, so different set of data means heavy data is there. I'll show you that data. It is my voice drive. This is all our applications I copied here. Okay, and my operating system downloaded image files. Linux. This is Linux. This is Windows. Windows servers. Okay, VMware, vSphere, Windows 10. Okay, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Unix. Okay, these are applications I kept here only. I have to put it in different place. Zen server. Okay, so I kept the data here. The total data is around 180 GB. Okay, of course I have two hard disks. That's why I can able to keep both the data. Still, lot of data is in the external hard disk. This data don't keep it in your place because your disk will be full. Okay, Ambrish. Okay, I'll keep the data in separate place. Why? Because of it is not required to keep always data in your physical machine. Better to store in a external drives, like a external hard disk. Of course, to move the data, like USB drives, you can easily store and can transfer data to other devices. And if you have heavy data, like 10 GB, 20 GB, 30 GB of data, then external hard disk are useful for moving data. Okay, small data like 2 GB, 4 GB, 5 GB, USBs are better. EMCC, EMMC. It is a kind of memory card. It look like a memory card. Okay, but we are using it for mini laptops. Your mobile phone having storage, right? Internal storage. That is also eMMC only. Your mobile phone internal storage is eMMC. Okay, embedded multimedia card. It is look like this one only, but it is enhanced into your devices directly. Also, we can have it available, but still it is internal to your system only. Like you take a EEPC kind of concept, like this is a laptop kind of stuff are there. Laptops. Okay, so you can go to some Amazon kind of stuff. The EEPC change it to EEPC. Okay, this is a 10-inch, very small laptop. It is 10-inch screen. Our laptop is standardly we are getting a 14 inch or a 15 inches laptop minimum. The Atom processor, 2 GB RAM, 320 GB hard disk, good 320 GB hard disk. Some are very less size of laptops. So I will show you that laptops. So I'm going to traditional laptops only. So any chance of changing this, we can go to that one. Under 2000, 20,000. Okay, this is a Chromebook. See, Chromebook 64 GB eMMC. 64 GB eMMC, 4 GB RAM, 64 GB eMMC. You are getting under 17,000. So this is having SSD, renewed. This is a new one, MediaTek processor, like a mobile phone. Okay. Renewed, I mean, different. People want fresh piece. The Celeron processor, 64 GB eMMC. In olden days, we have a 32 GB eMMC. Now it is 64 GB eMMC. Okay. So it is inside your mobile phone also data stores in eMMC, which is built-in chip. Built-in chip. So now first we'll talk about hard disk, then SSD. Guys, it is little bit confusion is there, but this is should be in a last or somewhere it is located, but it is here. Both are. This is starting, so you have to skip these two. Okay, you don't need to skip, but this is hard disk starting. It's a magnetic media storage, but we don't see any magnetic tapes. You can see this is the platter. Platter on the platter there is a magnetic material. So data store in the platter. Data stores in the platter. Okay. So this is a moving read and write header. This is a header tip. This is arm. It moves inside to outside. And it is connected to a spindle motor. It rotates this disk, means platter. Okay. Every hard disk having a interface. Okay. A interface to connect to your motherboard. Okay. Different technologies. Interfaces changes means different type of technologies to transfer a data from your motherboard to your hard disk. Okay, if you see these interfaces, by that one we can understand which technology it is. We are used EIDE type of technology, and it is further developed into ATA, Advanced Technology Attachment. Advanced Technology Attachment. Advanced Technology Attachment. In this advanced technology attachment, so there is a parallel advanced technology attachment, serial advanced technology attachment. Initially we use PATA only. Initially we use PATA, means parallel advanced technology attachment. It contains a 40-pin connector. like this. Hard disk having a 40 pin connector. Can you see? This is a cable which you use it to connect your hard disk to motherboard. So I will show you this. SATA hard disk to motherboard. Okay. So go to images when it says it is somewhere it is shows like here. So one end is going to motherboard, other end is going to
सर
hard
अटेंडेंस हो
disk.
गई क्या?
You tell me
सर इज अटेंडेंस इज डन और
attendance.
yes sir. I join right now because sir today there is a network
No
problem in
problem,
my
no problem,
area.
no problem, not at all a problem. Still it is 3:27. Okay. So this is we'll see any other good looking pictures are not available. Continue reading. See it is now it is. See one side is go to motherboard. This is a ribbon, and it is another side. It is go to our hard disk. Why this is left over? This is also used to connect another hard disk. This is one hard disk, second hard disk, two hard disk you can able to connect, or one hard disk, one CD RAM, or two CD RAMs also you can connect. So this ribbon cable, this interfaces not only for hard disk, also for a CD ROM also same interfaces. This is disk drive interfaces, same technology. IDE or PATA almost all look like a same. That's why we call it as IDE. Guys, everything is almost same name. Little confusion is there. Earlier we have a IDE type of technology, then it is PATA technology. After PATA, SATA is introduced. SATA is introduced. SATA Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. SATA Serial Advanced Technology Attachments. You can see this is the hard disk. Here is a connectivity. Can you see this is the red cable? The red cable is used to connect from your motherboard to hard disk. Same only thing is SATA. See this is how it is connected from motherboard to hard disk. Hard disk power supply. See this is the connectivity. This is SATA connector to hard disk and power supply. These are the SATA connectors. This is connectivity. Picture. It's a closer look. See it is data connector. Red cable is data connector. This is power connector. Okay. So this is SATA. What is SATA? It is a 7-pin, a single wire connectivity. But this SATA is a technology when introduced compared to PATA, it is a faster than SATA. Guys, I didn't give any details like a fastness of PATA speed, SATA speed. I didn't give any details. Just I am giving a overview. SATA is a faster than PATA. Recently, SATA 3 is introduced. SATA 3. Okay, this SATA 3 data speed is 6 Gbps. How much? 6 Gbps. Okay, so here it is SATA 3 cable showing like this. So simply it is 6 Gbps speed, data transmission speed. Okay, so this is about your SATA PATA. Parallel advanced technology attachment, serial advanced technology attachment. We are all using SATA interfaces only. PATA is older, okay, and it is less faster than a SATA. And there is a ribbon cable, ribbon type of connectivity with a 40 pin connector. You guys understand this point? SATA PATA.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
The
Yes,
SATA is
sir.
fast.
Yeah, tell me, someone telling question.
The SATA is faster than PATA. Sir, HDD, sir, who is using HDD? SATA or PATA?
Currently, we are using SATA hard disk, SATA interfaces.
Okay, sir.
PATA is not further developed. It is developed up to one or two versions, but SATA is introduced. People like SATA because of, when I was learning computer that time, it is PATA. Like this ribbon cable, it is very difficult to connect, very difficult to remove. I don't mind about speed. Connectivity is very difficult to connect as well as to remove also. And this is pins are very sensitive. If one pin is bent, totally you have to change the logic board. Logic board means this is the circuit board. You can see that is a logic board. The logic board having these connectors. SATA is a simple cable. Okay, you better to use a quality cable. That's it. Guys, internal hard disk itself, you search in a like you want to go to Amazon, you want to search for a internal hard disk, then you may get it out. So there is a two types, 3.5 inches, 2.5-inch hard disk. For example, you have a laptop, you want to replace a hard disk, and accidentally you purchase 3.5 because it look like a cheaper. Okay, so I will show you that one. Okay. Uh, I want a SATA hard disk. Just hard disk. I'm not searching for a laptop or desktop. See, it is like 3,000 rupees, 1 TB of hard disk. Okay, this is your hard disk now. Okay, so here is some hard disk it is showing. I will change the pattern like for laptop. Okay, somewhere hard disk 2 TB. This is 1 TB of hard disk. See the comparison, 1 TB, 3,000. Same company, Seagate. 1 TB, different cost. 1 TB, different cost, same company. Difference is this is 2.5 inches, this is 3.5 inches. This is suitable for a computer desktop computers. This is computer desktop purpose. This is we are using for a laptop purpose. It is not given, but it is a 2.5 inches generally for laptop. Laptop and desktop both you can use it. It is a small in size. Mini computers also use 2.5. Okay, so 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches. 3.5 is look very bulge. 2.5 is a very sleek. 2.5 mainly for laptops and mini PCs. 3.5 inches mainly for desktop purpose. Okay. The external hard disk already I told. Want to store any backup data, very big data you want to store. So which store data you don't want to keep in your PC, you can store the data into external hard disk. Heavy data transmission purpose. Okay. So you this is the external hard disk. This is the hard disk. Simply connect with USB. No need to power wiring at all. Very simple to connect with USB. You can store your data like you taken a backup. You can store the backup data. Unnecessary data in your PC means not very frequently used data is there. Some un this kind of data is what I'm trying to say. Um, like music files, video files. Okay, or you want to transfer heavy data, so you can use hard disk. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to say. External hard disk. 3.5 inches, 2.5 inches, normal hard disk. So this is the basic points in about a hard disk. Guys, again I'm going to SSD. Okay, after SSD, I will tell about a disk management. Okay, so this is about a SSD. Nowadays we are using SSDs. Nowadays we are using SSDs. You buy a laptop, SSD. You buy a desktop, SSD. Okay, so what is this SSD? Solid state drive, hard disk, hard disk drive, hard disk drive, HDD, hard disk drive, SSD, solid state drive. Okay, SSD basically NAND memory type, NAND, NAND memory. Data stores in this chips. Now your memory cards, your pen drives, all are NAND memories only. All are NAND memories. Those are all comes under NAND memories. PCMICA, that is also NAND memory type of storage. SSDs are very old, but very recently it become more popular. Why? Because of the chip technology advancement. Okay, can able to provide a bigger size SSDs also a possibility. Okay, so it is a NAND memory data stores in chip. In hard disk, data stores in platter. Here, hard disk is stores in a chip. It is a non-volatile. Even your power is gone, data stores in the chip. Okay. Next, it is a lightweight because you don't have any magnet materials. Heavy materials are not there. Okay. So simply chips are there. It's a lightweight compared to hard disk. You can easily carry from anywhere. You can easily carry from anywhere. Easy to transport. You can put it in a pocket. Okay, and also you can transfer data. Like you have a 1 terabyte of hard disk. Easily can put it in a one simple pocket. Okay, you can transfer that data to anywhere. Right? Easy to transport. Less power consumption compared to hard disk. SSD consumes very less power. Small in size, very compatible size it is. Okay, high speed data transmission and both high speed read and write data transmission is there. But it is suitable for operating system and application storage only. Want to store heavy data. For example, I have a drive called a H drive. This is the H drive. The total size of this H drive is 531 GB. 531 GB. Out of 531 GB, only 93.4 GB is free space. Means 438 GB data is there. 438 GB data is there. C drive contains operating system and applications. But this H drive does not contain both the things. This H drive contains my virtual machines. My previous batch classes are there now. My virtual machine stored in this H drive. Okay. See guys, it is not suitable for storing regular data. Means heavy data, big data kind of. Today, normal profile data, desktop data, basic data, like 5 GB, 10 GB, okay, no problem. The heavy data you have, compulsory go for a external hard disk. Okay. So why? Because of the cost of SSD is also higher. SSD is very higher. You want to buy a 250 GB SSD, you can buy 1 terabyte of normal hard disk. Already you remember this is the hard disk, right? This is 3000, this is 4100, right? 150, 1 terabyte. Remember 1 terabyte laptop, 2.5 inches SSD. Okay, SATA interface 1. Hard disk it is. Internal hard disk 2.5 inches hard disk. 4100. Okay. So if you go to SSDs, you see somewhere it will be located. This is M.2 NV Express 1 terabyte. It is a cheaper one. So you're getting with this cost. This is SSD or this is SSD. So I'm going to this Western Digital SATA interface SSD first of all. Okay, internal hard disk drive. But I want to go to 1 terabyte. You see it is 1 terabyte of SSD is 6,629 rupees. 1 terabyte of normal hard disk means laptop hard disk only. Smaller hard disk is 4,149. 3.5 inches desktop hard disk is only 3,000. See, almost like it is a double cost. Almost it is like a double cost. Okay. I will take this smaller one. So guys, this is another type of SSD. Okay, this is M.2 models. It is not SATA hard one. Okay, 500 GB. This is 1 terabyte. So it is 7,000. The cost is increasing. Cost is increasing. That's my point. SSD. Okay, next one. See, it is SSD two types. One is SATA interface SSD. Another one is NVMe.M.2. The second one is directly we can insert into the motherboard. I've showed all the things. Okay, so only thing is NVMe. This type of SSD can go to images. Show you this is the SSD. Directly it is inserted. Can you see? This is directly on motherboard. So like this, like your RAM, how you insert a RAM, like that we can insert into motherboard directly. You know, normally some laptops or desktops, we can connect a normal hard disk also limited. Nowadays, if you check, 1 second. Okay, so you can check your laptops, how many SSDs we can able to connect. Some laptops and desktop having a 3 to 4 SSDs connectivities. Okay, so and that too directly on motherboard. That is a possibility. So what I'm trying to say, guys, NVMe M.2 SSDs are very small in size, costly, but faster than this SSD, faster than SATA interface SSDs, because of it is directly connected to your motherboard. Motherboard like a RAM and CPU. If you see here, it is I've written read and write speed is like this. But if you see, this read and write speed is like this. This SATA SSDs will connected to your motherboard like your regular hard disk, like a regular hard disk. SSDs are a hard disk which is having a SATA interface. They connected to motherboard via SATA interface cable. Via SATA interface cable only. But NVMe M.2 SSD directly insert into motherboard. Okay, guys, this is about your hard disk. Okay. Understand up to here?
Yes, sir.
So just relax for 5 minutes, just 10 minutes, just 10 minutes only. I'll continue. 5 minutes, 5 minutes.